Hey y'all, Anime Freak 1983 here, and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, please make sure you like and subscribe. And of course, feel free to share that video. Today we're talking about Cobra Kai Season 4. Now, I'm a big fan of Cobra Kai. I have been since day one. I've watched it since it was released on YouTube Red, and I love the series. It's not perfect, but I do absolutely love the series. Being, a child of the 80s, and therefore obviously a fan of the Karate Kid movies, even the third one. And it's kind of a no-brainer that I would enjoy Cobra Kai. I was a little skeptical that they'd be able to pull it off, but they really had. So I was eager as can be for season 4. I stayed up until after midnight to start binge watching it, and I couldn't get enough of it. However, that said, this season is a little bit of a mixed bag. Now, before I go too much further, I do want to warn you, if you have not seen the season, there's going to be some spoilers in this. So just a heads up on that. So if you haven't, stop this video right now, go watch it, and then come back and see if your thoughts match up with mine. Leave some comments. All right, first thing of all is they brought Terry Silver back from Karate Kid 3, who obviously was the best part of that film. I mean, he truly was. Now, I barely recognized him at the start of the season. He seems like a very different character. Yeah, a lot of it he's just aged. And I think they even tried to make him look older since technically the actor playing him is actually a few months younger than Ralph Macchio. So he had to look like he was a bit older. Now he's sitting there living a life where he's still Terry Silver, but he's supposed to be a nice guy, all calm and relaxed and helps people and all this stuff. And a little ta. But we all know that somewhere in there there's still the same Terry Silver that's, maniacal and dark. But you start to question that he's really changed until his true self starts coming out. Once he realizes who he is and goes back fully with Cobra Kai, oh man, he goes darker than I expected. So that's pretty cool. Now, John Crease has to be the most disappointing character in this season. He just seems so toned down. I mean, he starts out the same dark Crease that we know, but pretty quickly he's, trying to protect Johnny and just not being the maniacal, evil mastermind that we've known him to be. Matter of fact, he gets caught up in other issues and then pretty well done over by Terry Silver because he's gone soft. It's just not what you expect out of Crease and such a departure from what we've seen the last couple seasons. So I don't know what they were doing with that. Now, the whole Daniel and Johnny teaming up, that went about as I expected, with the exception of they took the conflict a little bit too far, in my opinion, but they made it work. I'm curious to see where they go with it next season, but overall, they made that work. Now, the martial arts aspects. I'm a martial artist myself. I'm a martial arts instructor. So therefore, I have a little bit different view than a non-martial artist, perhaps. Perhaps not. But these kind of shows, it's not all going to be reality street based. Matter of fact, 90% of it or more is going to be for show, make it nice and flashy, detailed stage choreography. This season, they took that a little too far, in my opinion. Now, there's still some really good little things in there if you know what you're looking for, but a majority of it just was a little off to me. The biggest change in this season, though, I'd have to say is budget-wise. I don't know if it's because they left YouTube and, it's fully produced by Netflix now, or what happened, but you can just tell there is a different amount of money backing it, I guess I should say. I mean, everything just seems a little bit toned down. Even the tournament arena that they use is like a different building. It's smaller. Everything just seems less. The one thing that kind of surprised me that they did spend money on was to bring Carrie Underwood in. I get they were trying to be nostalgic with the whole singing the song, but I felt that they could have spent the money in other places and been a little bit better off. Also, one thing that seemed a little off, but it really couldn't be helped, was the fact that, the productions and things were delayed because of the COVID pandemic, and therefore the actors obviously have aged a bit. Yet the story is supposed to be taking place directly after season 3. But you can tell they've changed and grown and things like that. Not a big deal. It's kind of nitpicking, but it's there. But overall, it's a good season. Really, really looking forward to seeing what they do with the next one. They lined up so many different things that there could be some really interesting arcs, or they could really mess it up. We'll see. I'm pretty confident they're going to do pretty well with it. So, what would I give it? I'd give it a probably 4 wax on, wax off out of 5. So, make sure you check it out. Another great season to a great show. Not perfect, but pretty darn good. Alright, guys. Well, I'm Anime Freak 1983. And please make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time, catch you on the flip side.